mine around the idea of trauma as it relates to what's going on right now. And I've talked about this a bunch of times, but there's something that came up that I'm not sure I've spoken about before that I want to just throw out for people to ponder, having to do with the idea that this traumatizing situation that we're in, with everything that's going on in the world right now, including COVID stuff and everything else, it's unlike any kind of traumatic event that we've ever had before, because ultimately what we have previously described as trauma includes a traumatic event and a response. And so generally what we're talking about in the context of what we understand to be trauma is here, this response place, this how you are now in relation to what happened to you. And what's unique about the current situation is that these traumatizing events are happening all the time, and they're happening right now. And so there isn't this space between. And so to describe what this kind of trauma is has never been done before, and it's kind of unique. And I'm sure there are people in the process of doing it right now, trying to describe exactly what this is. And so that's a thing. On the other side of it, however, is how we can be in a situation where it seems like we're just kind of walking through our day, and all of a sudden be in this place where our abdomen is tight, where we're in that fight flight place, and we don't even know why. And it may be because of something that happened a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. It may be something happened 5 minutes ago. It may be about something that's happening right now. It's very difficult to know, and that's the sort of thing that's unique and unusual in the context of what's going on right now. So still, the most important thing to do if you find yourself in that place is right back to the whole diaphragmatic release thing, because that specific physical action that we can take in unison with the breathing that I've been talking about so much is a way for us to reclaim that limbic system, come back to the place where we're connected, what's actually happening right here, right now, and move away from that that unsettling, kind of confusing, and especially confusing because we don't actually know what's happening or why we might be upset or anxious or nervous. That it brings us back into what's actually happening right now. And so just something to think about. And again, I always put out, there could be physiological things going on. I'm not meaning to rule out any of that stuff. Certainly check those things out with a physician, but this experience that we're in right now is going to have effects on us that we won't be understanding until years from now. And so what I'm trying to do with this very conversation or this very talky thing that I'm doing right now is to invite you into a place of being present with that, because it could be something that's happening in your life and affecting you. And what I want to do is everything that I can do to minimize the effects that it has, because ultimately when it happens for me, I want to come back into the space that I'm in, evaluate what's going on around me. Is there anything going on around me that's really risky or dangerous? Not that I'm completely, concretely, fully aware of right here in this moment right now. And so I want to be back here. And so something to think about. And so leave you with that, and I will see you all tomorrow.